moment. Okay, so I met Andre when I went to coffee with Carissa and Andre. And what I gathered is he had a pretty extensive football career. He works out like a beast. And he has a killer personality. So I don't know all your football credentials, Andre. I don't know if you want to share any with OVIE just so you guys can kind of have your thing. Because I'm a girl, obviously. But
talk shop.
We wouldn't want to bore. We wouldn't want to bore you or anything. But I played football at UNI. Graduated in '94. More notably, Kurt Warner played with me in college. But he obviously, went to arena football, and I went off to play with the Eagles, and then off to the World League. And then I came back to Iowa and told him about the World League, that he needed to get out of the arena and go to the World League. And he ended up signing with Green Bay underneath the table, and ended up going to St. Louis, and the rest is history. But yeah, I was with the Eagles for 2 years in the World League, and arena football 2, and Canadian football for 2. And right now I'm up here at UNI, University of Northern Iowa, with my 2 older sons who play football up here as well. So I'm about to take them out and beef them up a little bit and beat them.
Awesome.
I know how the Roman noodle life is, and so I want to make sure they get food.
Yes, you need to feed them. You got to bulk them up, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to introduce OVIE. And for those of you that aren't muted, just mute your phone so we don't have a ton of background noise and echo. So OVIE is a part of Nerium International. A bunch of my team has already met him, and it's funny, when I told them that I had met him this last weekend in Atlanta, they were like, oh my gosh, I've already had my picture taken with OVIE. Look. I was like, shut up. Seriously? I am like so 6 months behind. But Andre, this is OVIE. He's played in the NFL. I'm going to kind of let him tell you his story, but you guys are going to be able to talk shop and hang and all that great stuff. But I have the privilege of working with OVIE, and he's rocking this business right now. So I'm going to let him share his story. Basically, Andre, we want you to see that there are awesome, studly, athletic, rocking guys that are doing this company and doing it well. So I'm going to pass the mic over to OVIE. I'm going to mute myself. That's very difficult for anyone that knows me, knows that's very sacrificial. But I'm going to mute, and OVIE, take it away, brother.
Well, thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it. Andre, brother, it's good to talk to you. I'm glad that you got on the call. This is something to where when I think about it, every day I wake up and I'm doing Nerium, I can't believe I'm waking up and doing Nerium, because I'm the last person I would have thought would be involved in an anti-aging, skincare, brain health, company. I, like most people, have been approached by everything. I don't care if it's Paycation or World Ventures or AvoCare or Care Bars and It Works Wraps and Melaleuca, Body by Vi. I can keep on going. All of them have reached out to me at some point, and I'm like, I'm good. Like I'm fine. Like I'm not trying to harass my friends. I'm not trying to lose my friends. I'm not trying to bother people and knock on doors. That's just not me. Like I played ball. I enjoyed it. Now I want to go out here and just make some money. You figure out a way to use my brand and who I am to make some money. And lo and behold, it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder. And just going back a little bit, my background, went to Wake Forest University. I came out my senior year in 2003. I was the #1 fullback going to the draft by USA Today. Spent 4 years in Baltimore, and I got the crazy opportunity to play with somebody I used to look up to in Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis, they had Peter Boulware, Delius Thomas. They had just won the Super Bowl. They're the #1 defense out there, and I was the fullback. So I was just trying to survive. And I don't like losing, which has helped me in Nerium as well. So I busted my behind to become the top fullback going into the free agency. I was extremely blessed and signed a 6-year, $18 million deal in 2007, and I became the highest paid fullback in NFL history, which was a big deal for my parents especially. And I felt like, it's the highest of the highest. Ain't nowhere better. You can go better than this. Made the Pro Bowl for the second time in 2011. Took my family to Hawaii. Got a chance to play with, all the big names, all the Tom Brady's and Peyton Manning, and the top of the top. And it just kept on going, man. Like, life was great until I got injured. It could have happened at any time, but I got injured in 2011. Got cut in 2012. Went to St. Louis, and things didn't work out there either. It was just real tough trying to transition into TV and radio. But if you can't play football, next best thing is to talk about football. And so I love the chance of being able to be a sports analyst and talk about all the wonderful violence that is football. But I realized in corporate America, you can be the hardest working. You can be the person who shows up early and leaves late. You can be the person who does everything right, and you still won't get the compensation you deserve. I got fired from CBS because some hotshot quarterback just retired and he wanted my job. I went to Sports Illustrated in Chicago, got fired from Sports Illustrated because they downsized, and it just got to the point where I was tired of getting fired. And I just hit a point in my life where after Sports Illustrated told me they were going to let me go, I knew that I had to find something that I can be in control of. Because in football, if you go out there and you ball out, you out there, you handle your business, and you catch the balls, and you ball on special teams, you're doing everything right, usually they make you the starter, or they give you an opportunity, or they let you do what you got to do. In corporate America, you can be as good as you want to be, but there's somebody usually up top that decides your fate, and you have nothing you can do about it. So I was actually looking for something where I can be my own boss and I can be in control. I was thinking more of a franchise. I actually spoke to Papa John's for a long time. When I looked at what he was offering me, maybe $300,000 to start my own franchise, and he said in like 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years, I'll break even, and I'll be in the red, and then, before you know it, I'll be making $100,000 a year. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, but I don't got that type of money. Like, I'm trying to have a low-risk, high-return type of venture. And at it was an NFL job fair. And so a bunch of NFL players looking for opportunities. It was Popeyes, Papa John's, Wells Fargo, State Farm, a bunch of companies. There was a Nerium booth in the corner. And Ken Hamlin, former Seattle Seahawks and Cowboys defensive back, as well as Maisha Scott, who's the wife of NFL player Brian Scott, they're both at this Nerium booth telling me that I should check this out. It's the best new thing. And I'm like, well, what is this thing? Network marketing? I'm good on that. I've got friends who've done that, and it's a waste of time. I'm not into it. I'm trying to make some real money. So like, well, there's real money in Nerium. There's NFL type money in Nerium. I'm like, yeah, I doubt it. Like, plus I'm a man, and no disrespect, but I'm a 2-time All-Pro NFL fullback. I got my master's in business from George Washington University. I'm in the Hall of Fame of my high school, the Hall of Fame of my college at Wake Forest University, the first Pro Bowl fullback in Falcons franchise history. I'm not selling skin cream. That's beneath me. I was like, but you guys are great. Like, if it works for you, cool, but that's just not me. And they looked at me sideways. They said, wouldn't you want to at least know what you're saying no to before you say no to it? I'm like, yeah, but it's just not my thing. So I walked around the NFL job fair, talked to everyone else, and just nothing fit, just nothing connected. The day was winding down. Everybody's about to close up. I went back to Ken Hamlin, back to Maisha Scott, and you just say, all right. Tell me what I'm saying no to. Talk to me about it. And some of the things they told me just blew my mind. They started out, first of all, they're like, you like money, right? I'm like, of course I like money. Like, well, you know about Google, right? I'm like, yeah, I know Google. They say, if you knew then what you know now about Google, would you get involved and invest or be a part of it? I'm like, absolutely. It's like, well, how about eBay? I'm like, yeah, eBay's a huge company. I wish I got involved in that early. Well, how about Amazon? I'm like, you're darn right, all those companies.
Sign me up, right?
Yeah, I like, sign me up. That's easy. Like, all right, remember you said that. If you would get involved in Google, eBay, or Amazon just by themselves, if there was a company that made more money in their first year than all 3 of those companies combined, wouldn't you get involved in that? Like, you're smart, you like money. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, what's the company? Is it a new tech company? Like what is it? Like, I reach over to the side, like, tell me. Like, give me the inside scoop. He said, you're looking at it. That's Nerium. I said, this skin cream company, $100 million? So they pulled out the stats, they pulled out all the facts, and I was like, dang. I was like, well, everyone gets lucky. They said, lucky? In 4 years, we hit $1 billion in sales. Companies don't hit $1 billion in sales. The only two companies that made more money faster than us is Groupon and Priceline. And then me being the man who likes money, looked at them and said, all right, now I'm interested. I mean, so what do I got to do? Like, do I got 20,000 to start or 15,000 to start? I just been talking to all these large franchises that want 6 figures and up to start their business. I was like, is it like 2,000 to start? So like, you can come in at 2,000. That's the highest, but you can come in as low as $500. I was like, wait, for $500, I can be part of $1 billion company, and I can have my own website and have a support staff, and I don't have to maintain anything, no employees, no boss. So like, yeah, for $500, that's why this is an opportunity that you'd be stupid to pass up. I was like, well, I don't know much about the product. Do it work? They showed me the before and after pictures. I'm like, yeah, that's probably Photoshop. So like, we are #1 on Inc. 500 magazine. I go, like, what's that? So like, they rate the top 500 or 5,000 privately held company, and they rate us #1 in consumer products. They're not doing this for our favor. They're an independent third-party company that says we're the best, the fastest growing, and the hottest thing right now. So these aren't Photoshop. We didn't make $1 billion and Photoshop these pictures all to get your little money. Like, no disrespect, Ovi. I'm like, none taken. But long story short, I got involved, and it's just been a whirlwind, man. Like, I just never thought that I can be involved with something that makes me so happy to go to work. A lot of people don't like their work. A lot of people don't like their job. A lot of people don't like their careers. I love helping people improve their skin health, their brain health, and their financial situation, and getting paid for that. I love helping people reach their dreams because, I'll be honest with you, after I got cut from the NFL, I was a little bit depressed for a while because I'm like, there's nothing that will ever get me to that height. There's nothing that will ever get me to that point where, I'm on cloud 9. Like, it's literally, my life is downhill from here. I peaked at 32. I mean, how sad is that to peak at 32 and think that everything else is downhill from here? But it's not downhill. Seeing that just regular people, and nothing against anyone here, guys are regular. I'm saying just normal people. Like, no one doesn't have to be an Albert Einstein. You don't have to be like a super genius. You don't have to be like an inventor. All you have to have is that desire and that belief, and that work ethic to say, you know what, I want this for myself. I also want this for those who I love, for those who I'm caring about. You talked about your sons. For me, it's my 2 daughters and my son. I want to create a generational wealth for them to where they have the same lifestyle when they were young and I was in the NFL, after the NFL. So I do anything for my kids. And as men, we say it all the time. Oh, I'll do anything for my kids, and I'll run through brick walls, and I'll do this, that, and the third. And then we have opportunities right in front of us. Like, no, I won't do that. I won't do that. That's not me. That ain't. I'm too cool for that. And that was almost me for a while until I had to slap myself around and realize you can't say I'll do anything for my kids. I got their back, and then pass up an opportunity just because you're afraid of failure, or you're afraid how people will look at you, or you're afraid of rejection. All we need as a football player is a game plan. All we need is a script. All we need is a system. Like, that's what we've been doing our whole lives. And just from the youngest age, when coach says, all right, this is what we're going to do, stick to the script, do what you got to do, and we'll win this game. And, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but with Nerium, it's guaranteed. Like, if you follow the script, you follow Jeff Olson, who, he's a founder, he's an amazing individual who they call the $1 million maker because of what he's done with other companies like Prepaid Legal and Legal Shield and Organo Gold and just all the top companies out there. He's working with us, but he made a system to where it's so easy. A trained monkey could do it. All you got to do is follow the system, and you can be successful. And they'll go over that with you later, but That's my dream. When I was at Fox, when I was at CBS, when I was at Sports Illustrated, they didn't give me a system. They didn't give me a structure. They didn't give me a game plan. They're like, all right, throw me on air and, show me something, impress me. And I did my best, and it wasn't good enough every single time. But with Nerium, it's not about just you doing your best. You have teammates. And being on a football team, being an athlete, you can understand how important it is to have teammates. I played with the Falcons for a long time, and Matt Ryan, who's now a $100 million quarterback, I remember his rookie year, when he came in, he was a skinny little boy from Boston College, and he was, his voice was cracking in the huddle, like, Blue 42, Blue 42. Like, Matt, man up, man. He didn't have your deep voice. He didn't come in there, very
He
white.
needed Andre's voice, Ovi.
He needed Andre's voice, absolutely. but Matt Ryan didn't have that. But what he did have, he had myself, he had Roddy White, he had Michael Turner, he had guys who were already Pro Bowls and All-Pro and were veterans. We said, Matt, we got your back. Just go out there and play football. You've been doing it your whole life. His very first pass in the National Football League was a touchdown to Michael Jenkins, one of our wide receivers. So imagine having, that success. And he, after the game, he said, I felt like it wasn't all on my shoulders. I felt like, I was part of the team and you guys had my back regardless. When you join Nerium, you are part of a team that is just as tight, if not tighter, than any football team you've been on. And that for me was so special. Like I've given that testimony so many times that athletes, when they retire from football, they get depressed and they go through changes and it's a transition. But the thing they always say they miss is the camaraderie. They miss the camaraderie. They miss the locker rooms. They miss the meeting rooms. They miss the team mentality. Here's where you have a team mentality, and it's the team mentality on steroids. Because these people, and I say these people in the nicest way possible, they are fanatically excited to help people build their dreams. Yeah, I stopped dreaming when I stopped playing the NFL. I stopped thinking that I can do all types of amazing things. I was just in survival mode. Just hold on, spending a whole bunch of money every single year, not making as much, saying next year I'll get hired on ESPN. Next year, NFL Network will call me. Next year, nothing ever happened. And so finally, just by God's grace, I found Nerium, or Nerium found me. And it's something that with EHT and what that brain health supplement does to help you with memory, focus, recall, optimize your brain function, give you that clarity, and what it does with the tau protein, concussions and CTE, when you look at the research and how we can affect that, how we can improve your quality of life, it's mind-blowing. And I tell people all the time, even if you're not interested in this company and in this process, the life-changing money that it can bring to people you know and love, the benefits that the EHC, especially you being a player, being a football player, can give to not only your sons, but the people who play football that you know, and protect their neuronal integrity, protect their brain health, and give them an edge, a legal performance enhancer for the mind. One of my brand partners, the person I work with, Willie Whitehead, he knows some people with the Olympic track team. He was reaching out to one of the trainers saying, hey, you need to get on EHC. He said, several of our track members are already taking EHC. I said, get out. Wait, the Olympic track team, they're taking EHC? He's like, yeah, because everyone takes supplements for the body. You want to be bigger, stronger, faster. But with all those sports, it's more mental than physical. So if there's a way you can get an edge mentally and be able to think on your feet, be able to make that read, be able to hit the right hole, be able to have the vision as a tailback, as a quarterback, go through their first read, second read, third read, see the cornerback coming down, the safety coming across, two linebackers in the A-gap. What do? E.J. Manuel, former Buffalo Bills quarterback, he bought some EHD from me last week. And he got cut from the Bills because they said that he wasn't thinking fast enough. And so through a friend of a friend, he reached out to me and said, oh, will this help me on the field? I'm like, absolutely. This can't hurt you. It's a mixture of bioactive molecules extracted from the green coffee bean. We're not a drug. We don't have side effects. We don't cause your pancreas to bleed. We don't have somebody talking real fast at the end of a commercial. Like, we're something that's natural, that's botanically based, and that can help you. So I don't want to talk your head off, but this is just something that I know if I'm true to myself, I see other people doing it, and I know that I can outwork them. I know I can out-hustle them. I know I can out-grind them. And the same way we were our whole lives, when you see somebody, playing your position, you're like, I'm gonna take his job. I can do it better than him. I can be, the best player. That's the mentality we have. And so you see these people out there. I told Ken Hamlin, I was like, Ken, no disrespect, but after he gave me the whole spiel, I'm like, if you can do it, I know I can do it. I was like, Ken's like, that's we love that intensity. He's like, that's what I like to hear. No, I'm like, no, seriously, if you can do it, I know I can do it. Because I was like, and there's nothing extraordinary about you. All you did is work hard, and I can work hard too. And you probably have a larger network than a lot of people who are being successful in this. So this is an opportunity that I hope you take up on, and having a team like, this whole crew on here, as well as myself, I go out of my way to help anybody play football at any level, because I want to see us succeed. And I want to see us spread the word to other guys who are looking for opportunities, who are overworked and underpaid, and just want a chance to build their dream and create some generational wealth. So this is it, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right. No, thanks, Owen. Hey, Owen, have you talked to Fred McQuarrie at all?
Nah, I haven't.
Fred's a very good friend of mine. We came into Philly together.
Okay.
He lives down in Florida. He trained all of the top running backs that come into the NFL draft. So, I want to, I really am interested in this product truly. Just for some fact, I would like to start giving it to my kids, my boys. They're very active and obviously play football as well. And when I was with Kate and them the other day, I noticed that, she said she gave her young son when he was going to the pool. Kind of like, some Ritalin to calm him down a little bit.
Yeah. Any brain issues, it helps.
Yeah, but I anything to help, like you said, that brain, that thinking process. I got a 12-year-old son as well. So 2 in college and a 12-year-old. I'm always looking for something to, obviously help them to be able to keep them on their toes and thinking, without any additional issues, effects going on.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that some people here will share with you some Brian Butcher, who's a pediatrician who recommends EHT to as young as 3 years old. He recommends EHT for those dealing with ADD and ADHD and different brain health issues. And he said that he was just tired of doing things the old-fashioned way and prescribing drugs that had side effects that made him prescribe more drugs. He's like, these are kids. These are they're not even fully developed, and I'm giving them these drugs because that's what we're taught to do. And then part of that is the pharmacy companies, and they're like, oh, this is fine, just a couple side effects. He's like, I went off the books and said, I'm doing something different. So Brian Butcher, and he has a great stories on YouTube. Just Google Brian Butcher and EHT, and a couple things come up. He's giving this to kids to help them in school, to help them, get off some of the stimulants, just to help them, become better. And I love the fact that he's stepping out there, kind of like how my father's an OBGYN, and he was hesitant on, giving his patients who are pregnant women our firm body contour cream that helps with stretch marks. He's like, no, I'm supposed to just stick with the prescription stuff, but this stuff works. The ingredients are all natural, and the ingredients, it looks good. So he stepped out and did it, and now he's going from I'm retiring in 10 years to I'm retiring in 2 years. He's like, I can create enough wealth for myself, retire in a couple of years. So this is a product and a company that can help you on several levels.
Absolutely. Andre, you have any questions at all?
No, I mean, not right now. My only question is where my kids want to eat at, and so I guess they want to eat at Buffalo Wild Wings, so they can hear you guys talking. So say hi.
Okay.
Andre, are you more leaning towards product? Or are you thinking about the business at all?
I mean, potentially both of them. I mean, why would you do the product if you want to do the business? I mean,
absolutely.
You might as well do the business if you do the products.
Okay. Well, and I agree. I just wanted to see where you were at. I am going to let OVIE go, so we're not going to take up any more of his time. And Andre, you get your kids fed, and I will let Kate I'll follow up with you and just kind of see where you're at and if you have any questions, but go get those boys fed. And Ovi, you rocked it. Like, you rock, dude. Like, I would totally vote for you for president. Consider it. I'll even run your campaign, darn it.
All right. We'll run it
All right.
year.
Done.
Year.
Done and done.
Ovi,
Done and done.
you.
Hey, you guys have a great night. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Ovi.
Thanks, Andre. Thanks, guys.
Peace. Thanks. Thanks, Ovi. You rock.
Later.